Welcome to Business Equity and Opportunities. I'm Derek Dennis. You might be tuning in today wondering why you're seeing a business show instead of airing your favorite cooking programs. Well, no worries. Taste Buds and the Very Vera Show will be back next week, but we hope you'll stick around and discover something new for your palate. Business Equity and Opportunities is unlike any other business show you may have seen, and if you stay with us today, we might surprise you. Here's what's on today's menu. We hear from a local McDonald's owner-operator who is honoring her family's legacy of community service. Jane King checks in from Orlando, where she's covering a major home builders conference, AI and small business tips from Blazing Academy, a conversation with a real-life treasure hunter, a tip of our hat to the host and founder of the Very Vera Show, and we introduce you to the hosts of the National Federation of the Blind's Newsline Indie program. And a reminder, you can find all of our segments on our website, BEOshow.com. Full episodes are also available on our YouTube channel at The BEO Show. Plus, you can catch the entire WISH-TV schedule streaming live on YouTube TV and Hulu Plus Live TV. Stay with us. Business Equity and Opportunities starts right now. Getting started this week, we introduce you to Scott Abbott, a best-selling author and founder of BOS-UP, a coaching solution academy built for the pace of modern work.
This is Business, Equity, and Opportunities. Getting started.
Hi, my name's Scott Abbott. I'm the founder and CEO of the BOS-UP Coaching Solution and Academy. Today I'm focused on helping other companies build, run, scale great organizations through a blend of software and technology and coaching. It wouldn't be great if we knew then what we know now, but you can't change the past, right? Let alone perfect it. So trying to take that hindsight, turn it into insight so others can use it as foresight. And so as I said, I've seen a few things, done some knucklehead things, especially back in the dot-com era, where I raised way too much money and bought some companies and did some crazy things like we did. But I've also had some great experiences working with other firms and services and consulting and advisory and investments. So yes, I've seen good and bad. I've made a lot of mistakes, had a few failures, done okay in a few areas. And that really has compelled me. My purpose, cause, and passion is to help other organizations not avoid all the mistakes you do in business, work, and life, but maybe have a little bit more of a smoother path, so to speak. So got a couple of books. We've got, again, what we call the Solution and Academy, which has the resources, the materials, and the support to help primarily startups, small, mid-market companies build good organizations through this blend of business operating systems and leveraging technology, specifically AI today, and working on themselves as a coach and working with other coaches. So we'll show it to you. So picture paints 1,000 words, as they said. So yeah, there's a lot of books that are, let's just be honest, long-winded and wordy and boring. So what we did here is we took a team effort, but we made a visually captivating book. And not only is this a book, but it has QR codes to videos. So there's a YouTube channel, BOS-UP Moments with Scott Abbott. So every moment, there's 40 in here. So think of this as really the, I like to think building, running, scaling a great company is like having a home that you love. And to have a home you love, you need the house. You need the foundation, the bricks, the mortar, the structure, right? And that's what this is. This is basically the structure, the systems, the way to operate, build, and run. And then you need these things called humans. And that's what this is all about. This is about helping humans be better humans through a lot of maybe what someone called the bio side versus the mechanics. So mindset, how do you feel? How do you deal with conflict? How do you set good boundaries? How do you overcome anxiety and bring courage into your life? And so the whole idea is here, you do you. So there's 40 moments, you open it up, you pick the one you like, there's a little summary, you get the QR code, you watch the video, you get a download of the essential concepts, tools, and disciplines, and then the cool thing is there's prompts. And you can journal with these. You can use these for AI. It literally goes from the office to the kitchen table, the boardroom to the nightstand. And the hope is that, yeah, this is a little bit more of a lightweight, fun way to learn and develop and grow and be your best. And so again, this is kind of for the people side, and this is more of the structure, the engineering, the mechanics to run a good company. And together, they kind of form a kit. See? Yeah. Obviously, we're a little, we like what we've done. We've put a lot of time, effort, I mean, decades have gone into this. I've got a great team. My name might be on it, but it truly was a team effort. And so we think we've got the essential concepts, tools, and disciplines to build, run, and scale. And we think hopefully we've done it in a way that's very modern, flexible, inclusive, accessible, and affordable, to your point, right? A lot of business owners don't have the time to go somewhere or hire a bunch of people. So, for the price of a book and the investment of your time, and again, it could be at the kitchen table or in the boardroom, it could be by yourself with others, we just try to give you a framework, a blueprint, if you will, right? To help you design and plan. So ideally you don't make bad investments, and also it gives you the opportunity to say, hey, it's not just my opinion. So you get a leverage, validated, proven experience from other people. So when you sit down and, it's hard to read the label from inside the box, right? And so a lot of owners and entrepreneurs and leaders, to your point, they struggle with kind of that ego to IQ to EQ. And so ideally they at least know there's other places they can go for some help. And with this type of approach, it's flexible, it meets them where they're at. They get to spend what they like, right? And really make it about them, not about what other people are telling them to do. So I've been working for 40 years, and it's all mostly been in tech. Working with big companies, IBM, HP, Microsoft, Oracle, you name it. But I do tell a story. My last class in college at DePaul in '89 was actually on machine learning and AI. So AI has been around for a long time. A lot of people heard about Watson, right? And Watson was on Jeopardy. So ChatGPT came out and commercialized it. But my opinion is this, and I say this a lot, neither a cynic nor an optimist be. Practice positive pragmatism when it comes to AI. Leverage it, but don't let it get the better of you, right? You've always got to make sure you have the inputs that you are in charge of, and more importantly, the outputs. It's there to be an ally, a co-pilot, an assistant. We use BOS, BOS, that stands for Business Operating Systems, and we provide solutions and materials and resources. But in this case, it's with two S's. You need to be the BOSS, the boss of AI. Don't let it boss you. And frankly, back to concepts, tools, and disciplines, it's more about the leadership, the accountability, the alignment. It's not about the technology for most of us. It's really about how do I strategically and tactically, and that's why I've got it in moments. Because if you're not really comfortable, just start to play with it a little bit. Journal, for example, each one of the moments has got 5 prompts. Well, another word for prompt is, it's a question. So a lot of this is just kind of your mindset. And so I like to have a little fun. Maybe you got to have like a little Jedi mind trick and just say, hey, it's a powerful technology. It's got good and bad, like most every type of technology, and just take one foot in front of the other, right? You don't jump into results or accomplishments, you step into it. So ideally, at least you step in, find something good, get it going, and then don't overthink the ultimate result. Just keep plugging and see what it does for you. If it works, great, find some places. But I would say in business today, yeah, you've got to bring in AI. You got to make sure you understand where it fits, what you're going to do with it, how you're going to do it, and make sure everybody's aligned. But I have been blessed, and I think when you've gotten to a certain place, it's a privilege, and I want to help. Certainly there's always an economic model. I believe in humanitarian capitalism, so there are there's trade-offs in terms of investments and returns on investments, but after almost 40 years and screwing up and failing and a little bit of success, it just feels good. It's my purpose, cause, passion to help others, again, make and be the best they can make and be in business, work, and life. And I enjoy writing, I enjoy collaborating, I enjoy being a coach and a teacher and a facilitator. So it's cool today because I get to kind of scratch all those itches, and I think given what's going on in the world today, very sincerely, the dynamics, both socioeconomically and just there's that old cliche, is the cup half empty or half full? And I think the answer is it's both. And like most things in life, I think it's an and both, not an either or. So I get to have fun in business and do investments in companies and work with others, but I also get to have joy and yeah, it's a bit of my purpose, cause, passion to help others, and ideally help others by them being better at what they do professionally, and then that transcends into their personal lives.
BOS-UP is another example of a social enterprise. 100% of the book proceeds go to nonprofit organizations that support under-resourced entrepreneurs. Scott likes to say it's not charity, it's purposeful investment in future leaders. Coming up next, meet the local McDonald's owner-operator who is honoring her family's legacy every day. Stay right there. Business Equity and Opportunities is just getting started.